start out the night with a CM Punk promo. Punk congratulates John Cena on his retirement, and in a roundabout way, he asks for a match. He wants a match with the retiring John Cena. Punk also dogs on Drew McIntyre, calls him $1 million body and a 10-cent brain, shows Drew elbowing Adam Pearce in the face in the post-show for Money in the Bank, which caused his suspension this week. Punk calls himself the consequences for Drew's actions, which is kind of funny. And CM also asks Jack Tunney, then Adam Pearce, to lift Drew's suspension. Punk says he'll fight Drew anywhere in the parking lot. Over here on this side, he's pointing to the hard cam because AEW's hard cam side is completely empty, and when the wrestlers are cutting promos, there's nobody sitting there. And Tony Khan says,
"It's fucking bullshit."
Seth Rollins makes his way down. Punk sits on the announce desk over by McAfee and Cole. Rollins calls Punk into the ring. Punk obliges. Why is Seth Rollins wearing bitch boots? Ladies and gentlemen, fire up the band. It's time for our first one of the night.
That ain't gonna work for me, brother!
Rollins calls Punk fragile and says that's why he won't cheap shot him, but he wants a match. Good heat set up here. I'm really liking this angle with Punk and Rollins and McIntyre and Priest. Although Priest is about to move on, still leaves the three of these guys. Seth Rollins, they show him later on, and he's almost eye to eye with Damian Priest, who's 6'5". Having met Seth Rollins, and I'm the same height, if not taller. So Seth...
That ain't gonna work for me, brother!
Let's go backstage for a promo with General Manager of Raw, Adam Pearce, with Dirty Dom Mysterio. Dom has been getting into trouble the last couple weeks because of his affiliation with Liv Morgan. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. She said she would take everything from Rhea, including her title. And Dominic, you know Liv is playing Dom. Dom doesn't want the match. Pearce says, too bad. Zelina and your dad Ray are good with it. The match is signed.
Happy Monday.
Then who do we see enter the frame? Ladies and gentlemen, your Women's World Champion Liv Morgan enters, more than excited to tag with Dom. She promises him that she will make it up to him. They will win the match. Dom doesn't want to hear it, but he's interested in one thing, and it's disgusting.
Better be some tendies or some nuggies.
Liv flashes that salacious grin, and we know she has bad intentions for Dom because she hates Rhea so much.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
Next up, we actually have a match here on Raw, and it's Chad Gable versus main event Jey Uso. Chad Gable of late run afoul of the Wyatt Six, and he has been constantly looking over his shoulder for the past couple weeks due to their constant harassment of him after that assault on Raw that left everybody laid out backstage. Decent match. Chad caught Jay on the suicide dive, belly-to-belly suplexed him on the floor. That was a nice spot. The hip toss spot was nice. They had about 4 reversals until Jay hip tossed Chad over the top rope, out of the ring. The punch spot in the middle of the ring was pathetic. It was shit. It looked like an AEW spot, and you know what that means.
Hey-yo. That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
So the lights dim, catches both guys off guard, allows Jey Uso to hit his spear. He wins by pinfall, gets in one more yeet.
Don't wait around. Yep.
And then powders, and Nikki Cross shows up in front of the announce table as the smoke fills the ring. Gable is gone. He's running up the ramp at this point. Cross drops the box on the desk of McAfee and Cole. After the lights go out, we get that creepy cutaway with Nikki Cross, the flash of her face on the screen. Done. That's the end of the segment. Judgment Day are backstage. Priest excuses the boys as he and Seth have a conversation. Priest tells Rollins after Gunther he and Seth can go to war. This is what I was talking about earlier in the review. Seth Rollins is not 6'5". He's not Priest height. You know what that means.
That
Seth is kind of confused here, but Priest says we can waive that stipulation. You want to go to war? We'll go to war, because they were talking about, their mutual respect and how Damian kept the Judgment Day out of the match. So they're going to have another match here, apparently, after Damian is done with Gunther at SummerSlam, according to Priest. I don't know if this is going to happen. I hope they don't bury Gunther in this, because that man, we haven't seen him in a while in action, and he needs to go to the moon, bro.
Don't use bro. Don't. You can use any other word in the English vocab. Do not use bro, please.
Next up, my favorite homeless communist piece of shit, Sami Zayn. He looks like an extra from Trailer Park Boys Season 1. Breaker spears this shitbag, and Dykstra and Pierce come out to break it up, and Braun hits the homeless idiot with his running spear, and Ilya Dragunov comes out, and that's going to set up a match between Dragunov and Breaker later on tonight. Yay, a 250-pound blue chip stud versus a 210-pound fucking munchkin with a good move set who shouldn't be wrestling outside of a cruiserweight division. Oh boy. Guess what?
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. That ain't gonna work for me, brother.
Back in the Judgment Day clubhouse, Liv finds Dom playing WWE 2K24. She says he needs to loosen up, and she pounces on him and starts stretching out his hamstring. And boy, I've never wanted to be Dominic Mysterio before, but Damian walks in, and the boys poke their heads around the corner, and Carlito says,
Now that's cool.
somebody says it's not that hard to end this between Liv, and Carlito says,
I don't know. Seems pretty hard to me. Yo.
Dom walks out, says he'll fix it, he's ending it, he'll fix it, he's ending it. One of the Judgment Day, it was Finn, says to Damian, hey, what did you want to tell us? And Damian says, you know what? Dom's going to find out the consequences. I'm going to keep it to myself. He'll find out soon enough. Chad Gable confronts General Manager of Raw, Adam Pearce, regarding the Wyatts' pursuit of him over the last couple weeks. Gable says with everything he's been through, maybe he deserves a vacation. He stomps away. Adam Pearce opens his office door, and Bo Dallas is sitting there as we fade to black. I had to come on camera to do this next match and go through my notes, because I'm going to tell you verbatim what I said. First line, fuck Ilya Dragunov, I don't care how you pronounce his name. Another undersized little munchkin. Braun loses after a DQ. He throws one of the chairs that McAfee or Cole or the ring announcer, whoever the fuck, sits in, hits the little bitch in the face, and then the homeless, scrawny, not tanned, no muscle, homeless piece of shit Sami Zayn runs down, gets his ass kicked, and I can't with this. What the hell are you doing? Why are you protecting Ilya Dragunov? Like this, you don't even book Braun in a match with somebody like this. Okay, kept Braun looking strong because he lost by DQ, right? Well, Ilya got way too much offense, countered way too much of shit. Braun's got 40 pounds on this little bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck how good of a wrestler this guy is. Like, don't do this shit to somebody you're trying to build up. This is Vince McMahon or Tony Khan type shit. Tony Khan does this to the big guys like Wardlow and Hobbs and Big Bill. And who else is jobbed out to little putos over there? So this is fucking stupid. I'm like angry about this, and I shouldn't be, but I am, because Jesus Christ, and I had to come on camera again because we have the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, two big fucking jobbers, some chick and Precious Paul Ellering, manager of the Road Warriors. And Kross has been trying to get Xavier Woods to join the Final Testament, and he wants a match with John Cena. Number one, I don't fucking care. Number two, the stable is dog shit. They've done nothing. They're a waste of TV time. Occam and Razor are two big-ass fucking guys that they do nothing with except job out. Karrion Kross, what the fuck is Karrion Kross? What is Paul Ellering doing with this fucking mishmash of retards? Like, oh, God. Either do something with the big guys or break the stable up and just fire them all because they're fucking a waste of TV time.
I gotta have my TV time, right? Am I right?
Now it's time for the main event, the mixed tag match. Oh, fucking A mixed tag match.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
Yes, a mixed tag team match on WWE Monday Night Raw, the lowest common denominator of tag team matches, ladies and gentlemen. Because, as I said, with these stupid intergender matches in these mainstream promotions, the fucking door only swings one way, and it never, ever benefits the man. And that was, I'm reading right from my notes here, that was evidence here, the spot where Zelina takes down Dom with a head scissor. Because the males aren't supposed to touch the females, but it's all fun and games and it's cutesy when one of the women pulls a move off on the guy and all the retards cheer it. I would like to see Dom just punch Zelina Vega in the fucking face. Just punch her in the fucking face. Like, it doesn't, I'm not talking a shoot punch. I'm talking a work punch. And let's see how the stupid fucking marks react to that and how sexist they call them because they're a bunch of cucks who sit in that chair in the corner of the fucking hotel room if they can even pick up a woman. This is stupid. This is shit storytelling and it only benefits the females, never the guys. Vega hits Dom in the gut when Ray goes for the 619. Zelina goes low, kicks him in the gut. Liv, she crotches Ray on the ropes, of course, which I don't give a fuck. It's stupid. It's stupid. That's a little more excusable than her pulling a move off, like a quick, hey, I hit the ropes and he fell. Much more acceptable than a garbage tier fucking 5 foot. The bitch is barely 5 feet tall. She makes Ray look like a giant. I'm not saying Dom's big. Dom's like 6 foot, 200 pounds. I mean, a motherfucker's 23 pounds lighter than me. You know, he's getting fucking tossed around by some fucking 80-pound paperweight. So Liv crotches Ray. It helps Dom get his first victory over his dad. And as they're celebrating, well, we'll just go to the tape for this. So the match is over. Liv Morgan, the women's champion, and Dominic Mysterio have triumphed over Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio, Dom's father. And Liv is celebrating with Dom, and they end up in a very compromising position, and then the music hits. So the very familiar music of Rhea Ripley hits, and Dom and Liv are shook, cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Mommy makes her way to the ring. Liv bails out of there. She's gone like a thief in the night through the crowd, leaving Daddy Dom in the ring as Mommy approaches with purpose, and one finger under the chin says Mommy's back, and Dom has no idea what to say, tries to give her a hug. His advances are spurned, and that's how we end. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I think Damage Control lost or won against Lyra Vaughn. It doesn't matter. There's a new stable. We've got the returning Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark all put together in a stable, and they came out and wrecked Damage Control. Backstage, they saw the women's tag team champions, and I'm sure Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville were probably checking them out because, well, they're the lesbians! I kid. It's good to see Sonya Deville back. She's been dealing with a real-life stalker, which is terrifying. I hope that situation is resolved. Shayna Baszler needs somebody to guide her. She is lost on her own and really unable to get over. Zoe Stark is a specimen. She's got a gorgeous physique. She's athletic. She's muscular. Phenomenal in the ring. Really, just like I said last week, just missing that thing. Hopefully Sonya Deville can kind of tie this together and they can do something meaningful that will benefit all three of them moving forward. Overall, not a terrible show, but not great. I had my nitpicks. We had 7. That ain't going to work for me, brothers, this week. AEW set the record last week with 11 for Dynamite. So let's see how that goes later tonight as Draven and I watch Dynamite. You'll get a full review of that tomorrow. Folks, Raw is just okay right now. Not good, not great, just okay. But let me know what you think. It's your turn to opine in the comments section below. Please refrain from being mendacious if you choose to opine. I'm Etep. You know where to find me. You can find us right here on YouTube, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, plus videos. You can catch us on Patreon, patreon.com/wrestlingwithhorror420. $2 a month gets you on the Brainbuster tier, access to everything, commentary, show after the show. I'll have the raw uncut footage of Trey, my son, as Hollywood Hogan on Patreon. That may be available for channel members as well. Sans some music I added. Channel members, $2.99, $4.99. You can be a Kazooian or a Harvey Wakuian producer tier member. And if you don't wish to support us financially, that is absolutely fine. Subscribe. It's free. It always will be. If you want to send us anything, P.O. Box 924, Prudenville, Michigan, 48651. Thank you, folks, for watching. I'm Etep Wakuian from Wrestling with Horror. It has been my pleasure to be here with all of yous. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.